Yo, what is up guys? And today we're going to be talking all about Kiss of Frost, the advent sign story that has been giving a lot of people a lot of trouble. Now this is a game mode that is primarily going to be designed for mid to late game players. You're going to see that there's 3 levels of difficulty here. Ideally, you're going to want to be able to farm the hardest difficulty, but if you can't, it is fine. You can get a lot of rewards from clearing the easier stages as well. Before we get started with this video though guys, if you guys aren't already following me on Instagram, make sure you guys follow me there. We are doing a giveaway at 20k subscribers on YouTube, and all you have to do to participate is follow me on Instagram and like a post that I upload there once I do upload it at 20k subscribers. That being said, Kiss of Frost gives really insane rewards. You're going to see that there's Molgoras, artifact charms, bookmarks, reforging mats, which are very nice, a lot of greater modification gems, which are also nice, dark connections, right, which is going to be used in the element summon to have a chance at an ML 5-star, very reward, and even more modification gems. So yeah, very important to farm guys. It doesn't take, too much energy. The only thing is it is very time consuming because you have to kind of theory craft teams. But I'm going to be here to tell you what teams you should be running. Basically, there's a lot of teams you can construct for this game mode. All you have to do is pretty much know what the boss does and, construct your team based on the units that you have. So yeah, that being said, if you guys can't farm Epic Hell, it is fine. You can farm Hell in hard mode and you'll be able to get pretty much almost all of the rewards. Just make sure you buy out as much on the shop as you can because this is one of the most energy efficient areas of content in the game, and it only comes out, once or twice a year. I think this is the 3rd time they are running this event, and this time it is a little bit easier, so you guys probably will have a little bit of an easier time clearing this stage. So that being said, Epic Hell. These are the teams that I used. Basically, I'm going to talk about, the criteria you need for each stage. There's 3 stages, and then what units I recommend for each of these stages. So for the first stage guys, the most important thing is that you dispel this battle mana, as you can see, the greater attack buff. And the way you do it is just by bringing a lot of allies or units that have AoE attacks. Very important to dispel this because you're going to see if you don't dispel this in the second stage, you are pretty much going to get wiped. The boss does way too much damage, so you definitely want to bring a lot of units with AoE attackers, right? So for that, what I recommend bringing, if you have like a Vildred, green Vildred is very powerful here because his S2 also counts as AoE attack, and since the boss spawns a lot of adds, you're just proccing a lot of AoE attacks. RB is okay as well. Just anything with a lot of AoE. Bellion is very nice here, right? Anything with just AoE attacks on their S1 is very nice. I have Landy here for that speed buff and also a little bit more AoE as well. Just any AoE attackers are nice. There's a lot of team comps you can run. Even Green Vivian, which you get for free from the Hunt Expert Challenge, is going to be one of the, best units you can bring here because not only does she have a lot of AoE, but she also has an attack buff and immunity for your team. Now, that's pretty much it for the first stage. What about the second stage here? Second stage, right? You're going to want to make sure that you bring a lot of single target attackers. And the reason is because you're going to see that, she has a lot of buffs that can, really mess up your team if you go into the 3rd stage without dispelling because, she has that protection mana here. So protection mana here is going to be that, you have to hit her ad that she has in the front with a single target attack 6 times or she gets a greater defense buff, and that is very important to dispel because if you don't dispel it, your one-shot team against the boss won't work. And stage 3 is all about one-shotting the boss, so you don't have to deal with the mechanics. So definitely bring a lot of single target attackers, right? I have Violet here, I have Valencia, a lot of single target attacks. Valencia is very nice because she can proc 2 in one turn with her Mind's Eye. You're also going to want to make sure that you bring, a lot of buffs, because if you don't have more than 2 buffs on your team at a time, what's going to happen is that when she attacks, she'll proc a secondary attack, which will do a lot of damage and also give, a lot of injuries to your team, which makes it very annoying to deal with. For that reason, I have made Chloe here. She's also very nice because she's attack buff and revive in case your run gets messed up a bit. Other good options here are like Senya, Mort, right? Just anything with a lot of buffs. Just make sure you have a lot of buffs on your team, 2 or more, and you should be good to go. Now for the 3rd team guys, very simple. You're just going to want to one-shot the boss. There's a lot of stuff going on here, right? People are saying like just use single target attacks and stuff like that in the boss guide. Just bring Sigrid plus Emilia or Alots or Flan, and just make sure you have a defense break up on the boss as well. Basically what happens here is Flan defense breaks the boss, CR pushes Sigrid, and Sigrid one-shots the boss. That's pretty much it. You guys should have Sigrid, and you guys should have at least, Emilia or even Flan, or even like DN works as well. Just anything that can attack buff your damage dealer so that she can one-shot the boss. So that's pretty much it for the teams that you want to bring in the units. Now let's talk about, or actually let's show you the runs that are going to be coming from my teams, and also we'll also show you the stats at the end, and then we'll talk about what you guys should be buying from the shop as well. So here we go, guys. So you're not going to be able to auto the entire boss run, which is fine. You only have to clear it 5 times, but you know, the first stage should be easy to auto here. You know, you just press auto and your units just do AoE attacks and you should be good to go, right? Like I said, this is just my team comp. You can run whatever team you want with AoE attackers. Just be wary that your run might fail here if the counterattacks really screw up some of your units and your units get sniped, but for the most part it should be okay. So you can see the ads are dead here. Now I need to hit the boss with a lot of AoE attacks so that it will dispel the attack mana. So that's 1 AoE attack from Bellion, that's 2. Now I just need 3 more. Keep in mind, Villager's S1 does not count as an AoE attack. It is a 2 target attack, I believe. So Bellion's really nice here because she can try to proc twice in one turn with her S1 here. So yeah, here it is. Now you can see it is 4 times dispelled. I just need 1 more AoE attack, and then what will happen is that it will get dispelled. And there we go. Now the boss will do less damage for the next stages. You know, sometimes your units might die. My villager sometimes dies here, but it's okay. Dying doesn't really matter too much. But the first stage is usually a breeze, not too difficult. And you can see why Villager's so good. He just clears the ads so easily, and he self-attack buffs himself. So the boss should die on this phase unless I miss. Here we go. And now we're in the second stage. So second stage, guys, I recommend manualing. There are going to be some team comps which you can auto with, but for, you know, consistency's sake, I'm going to just manual this. And what I do usually is, you know, I already have 2 or more buffs on my team here, so I'm just going to go into the ad, because keep in mind, I do have to hit this 6 times to dispel this greater attack or defense buff. Otherwise, it gets really messed up in the later stages. So yeah, I'm just going to do this. Should be fine. And basically with my maid Chloe and my Alencia, I'll be going into the ad. And, you know, if I get unlucky here, I won't dodge, but yeah, for the most part, just do like this. You'll see Alencia is very good here because of the fact that she can go twice. Now, if you have like a Senya, you can actually auto this pretty easily. But since my Senya is not actually built, you're seeing that I am having to manual this like a pleb. But keep in mind, you only have to do this 5 times on Epic Hell. Usually, if you can clear this on normal for Epic Hell, just by manualing it, for Hell mode and Hard mode even, it's super easy to auto through because the gear requirements are much lower. Yeah, usually Epic Hell is just a gear check and a unit check. So I just need 1 more hit on it, so I'm going to start going into the boss here. I think this stage is definitely the hardest of the 3. You can get very unlucky. But this is why I like maid Chloe a lot, because you know, if you do get unlucky here and you have a unit die, what you can actually do is just revive. You can even use your souls once or twice here and just revive right after, and you should be good to go. You're actually going to see I'm going to proc one of the extra attacks, so you're going to see why it is very annoying. Oh, actually, yeah, so I'm going to soul burn this for an extra turn. This way I don't get hit with the extra attack, unless the ad strips my buffs, right? Get a counter attack here, very nice. Eat the apple, go into S3. Yeah, you can see why this boss gets really annoying. Nice, another dodge. Like, you can see Violet is so good here. because with Moonlight Dreamblade, he always has this attack buff when he dodges, and then his apple gives him perception. So if he's in your front here and he gets hit, he'll pretty much never proc the extra attack from the boss, which is very, very nice. You just have to be careful when this happens though, the dual attacks. But I should be able to kill the boss very soon. And yeah, that's one of the extra attacks. Very, very painful. I think this kills. Oh, did not kill. This should kill though. Maybe not actually. Oh, it's gonna be super close. Okay, it did kill. And now we're going to the third stage. So this stage, very simple. Basically, I'm just one-shotting the boss here. You just soul burn Flan S3 with my team. If this defense break lands, you win. If not, you lose, right? So you just gotta pray that it lands. You landed, nice. And then I will S2 the Sigurd here. And then I will push the Sigurd again. You don't need Amelia here, but if your Sigurd's too slow, you need it. And I just burn the S2. This overkills by a lot, and then S3, and the boss is dead. Oh, super overkill. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the Epic Hell. Just keep in mind you do need 85% effectiveness on your debuffers because the boss has 100% effect resist, and then you should be good to go. But yeah, that being said, let's talk about the store now. So yeah, definitely for the store, you're going to want to try to buy out everything from the regular currency you get from farming these stages, from, you know, hard and what's it called, hell. You'll be able to buy these white snake fangs. You'll get more of these by clearing the Epic Hell actually. Every time you clear Epic Hell, you get more. The only thing you won't be able to purchase if you do not get these white snake fangs from clearing Epic Hell are these modification gems. So nothing too crazy you're missing out on. Obviously, these are very, very good to get and very nice to get. But, you know, some of these sets, you know, you don't really need too many of. Like, Unity set's pretty useless. HP set is not that great, right? So you'll be able to buy out most of these anyways, even if you can't clear Epic Hell. So don't worry too much if you can't clear. Just clear the hardest stage that you can. And, you know, with these white snake skills that you farm, just buy whatever currency you can here, right? Just like everything is pretty much good except maybe the Gifts of Tranquility and I guess the Epic Penguins. But if you do have extra left over, feel free to buy those. Definitely get these dark connections, guys, because you get 4 from here, and you'll also get an extra 1 from clearing the stages a certain amount of times. And what will happen then is going to be that you can actually, you know, get that summon, the element summon here, and you're going to see that the chance of getting that ML 5-star is a lot higher than you'd expect. It is going to be, I think it is 30%, right, on those. Actually, it might be 10%. I think it's 10% because it's not the upgraded ones, right? So yeah, you're going to see that it is a 5%, actually, even lower. So not that crazy of a chance, but you know, it is a 5% chance. But yeah, definitely want to make sure that you focus on these or on this event. Very nice to farm. If you can't clear it at all, don't feel too bad. You know, it'll come back again in the future, and you'll be able to eventually clear it with the units and the gear that you have for those or that you've gotten over time. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I'm going to end it by showing you the gear of the units that I've actually used, and then yeah, hope to see you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Peace.